Hey everybody, welcome back to another review of Married at First Sight. This is going to be season 14, episode 12. I believe it's 12. Uh, I didn't do anyone last week because last week was just a recap, and I've seen all of them, so I didn't need to go recap through them again. Uh, as always, it's your boy Big James, the Big Eye himself. And before I start the review, I want to just say something real quick that I am really not enjoying this season at all. It's just very boring. It's not entertaining. It's not entertaining in either way. It's not like a disastrous train wreck entertaining. It's not like it's a wonderful success story entertaining. Usually there's something going on that's captivating. Either something's not going right or something's going great. It seems like this entire season is just so bad that I don't want to actually watch it. It's hard. Like I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It's hard to stay attentive. It's hard to stay. I'm watching it. I'm not doing anything else, and I'm just like, God, my mind just wanders because they're arguing over nothing. They're having problems over nothing. It's like the solution and the answer is right in front of you, and you're being childish and stupid. It seems like their motivation is to not be married. It's something else. And once you get that feeling, you kind of lose interest because I want y'all to be married, be happy together, to be pursuing this, and that's not the impression that I'm getting when I watch these couples. So my reviews have probably gotten very bad because I don't care about them that much anymore. I just want it to be over. I just like it's just like this is just not good. So I'm not doing in-depth reviews. I don't think I've ever done that. I'm not even going, couple by couple very well. I'm just going like I'm just looking down, like eye in the sky, like this is happening, that's happening. This because it's already written how this is gonna go. It's already can be decided. You can already look at it and tell. And you don't like anything you see. It's like it's just a train wreck for miles. It's just miles of bullshit and just fucked up shit going on. And I don't want to look at it anymore. But I'm still doing it because I just want to get to the decision day and I want to get to the reunion and I just want it to be over. Excuse me. So I'm gonna do this real quick based on as much as I can remember because I was starting to keep notes and I was like, they're not doing anything except sitting down fussing. It's like they're not doing anything except being passive aggressive or aggressive aggressive, and they're not doing it. They're not solving anything. It doesn't seem like any of them want to be actually married. I don't know what they want, and I don't even they want to be on TV. They just want it's confusing to me. It's confusing to me because I know if I was in their position, if I found myself on Married at First Sight, I wouldn't be so hard up to stay who I am. Being who you are is how you got in this position. Being who you are is how you ended up here. So the first thing you should do is stop being who you are. Yeah, keep your personality and all that, but understand what you were doing before wasn't working. So what's the harm in doing something different? And be open and understand where everybody else is coming from. It just seems like they're being willfully and deliberately ignorant and just childish. The childishness is out of control. I understand petty. I understand the occasional immaturity, but then it's like this is just your way of life, and that is what gets me. Oh, we're gonna start with the first couple is who am I gonna do? Steve and Noy. Steve and Noy. Noy is annoying and she's irritated and she doesn't know what she wants. I think Noy is mad at Steve because what Steve is doing is what Noy wants to do. Noy doesn't want to do shit, and Steve is actively not doing shit. And Noy is getting pissed because she has to get up every morning and go to work, and Steve and the dog is sleeping in, and it's pissing her off. And I can understand that, but this is what Steve does. He can work from home. He can do whatever he got to do at his laptop and do it, and that's great. It's the same thing Elijah Wan Katina had. Elijah Wan, like, if I don't see you go to work, if I don't see you working, you're not working. And Katina was like, I work from home. You don't. That's just how it is. Steve isn't even working from home. He's just doing projects from home that could pay off with money, which got to be annoying. I think that and some of this is Steve's fault. He has to tell Noy something. He was talking to who was he talking to? One of his friends about work, and he says that he's not telling her his financial situation, his financial status purposely, because he doesn't want her to like him for having money or like him for what he's doing. He wants her to like him for him, not because there might be some money in it for her. I understand that, but I understand Noy being like, you got to tell me something. I don't want to be with you and you fucking broke and ain't got nothing. So, but Steve told that to his friend. He said at a confessional. He never told Noy this. So she doesn't know. And Noy isn't telling him, you have to tell me something. She's just getting more and more upset as the day go on. And she was talking to, they showed the behind the scenes, like the camera in the apartment, that she says after decision day, she wants to say yes. They want to both say yes, but she wants to live separate. And Steve was like, what? That doesn't make any sense. This is to be married together. She's like, well, I don't want to live with you. So Noy wants to go to decision day, say yes, and then after decision day, he lives in his apartment, she lives in her apartment. They're still married, but they live separately. Steve was like, I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't even sound like a marriage. Might well just say no if we're going to do that. This is the thing. Noy does not want to get into a financial bind with him because she has no information on what he has saved, what he has coming in, or what his future plans are. He's told her nothing. He has to tell her something. He doesn't have to go in debt. He doesn't have to tell it all. He doesn't have to be just an open book if he doesn't want to. If he's not comfortable with that right now. But they are married. He has to be open at some point, and he has to give her some information because now she has nothing. All she knows is that you staying home all day with the dog, hanging out. And Steve before that, he pissed her off, and I think she pissed him off because in the episodes prior, Noy said she wanted Steve to work and that she would split the household chores with him. Now, so Steve said, okay. Noy isn't holding up her end of the bargain by cleaning like her bathroom and cleaning up behind herself and taking care of the dog. Steve is doing all of that. And Steve was like, hey, we were supposed to split the household duties. You aren't doing it. And she was like, well, I don't want to split. Why don't you do it all? You're not working. Yeah, she has a point. You're not working. You're here all day. You do it. But she wanted to split the thing so that Steve could go do something, do some work. But now Steve said, you're not going to hold up your end of the bargain because I haven't seen you be able to do that. And now she's not doing it. Not only that she's not doing it, she told him to kiss her ass. How about you kiss my ass? And Steve was like, that's rude. So Noy is getting disrespectful. She's getting angry. And she's getting very, very upset. And she's getting real disillusioned with him. I think she likes him, but she has no faith in him. She doesn't believe anything he's saying. She thinks he's a homeless bum who's just trying to mooch off of her, and she doesn't want to get into some situation with him because he is not open about what's going on with him financially, job-wise, money-wise. Just nothing. He's telling her nothing. Just, oh, it's okay, we'll be fine. He said that he's contributing 3 to 4 times what she is to the marriage. I don't know if he means monetarily or just around the house. He didn't specify. He just said he's putting in 3 to 4 times more than she is. If he is, which I don't, if it is money, but I don't think it's money because the apartment's paid for by the show. They're buying food, I guess. And I don't know. Because the show got the apartments and furnished them. So, and the show is covering all the bills for those 2 months they're in there. So what is he actually paying for? So it must be just effort. I think Steve and Noy are going to say no. unless Steve really opens up, I think they're gonna say no regardless. Because she met with her brother who was in drag as his alter ego, Sriracha. And Sriracha and Noi was just telling stuff. I don't even want to talk about that because I don't think Noi was being completely open and honest. And I don't think Sriracha had a full picture of what was going on. But I think Sriracha knew to an extent that Noi was kind of not telling the truth. Because Sriracha was kind of on Steve and Noi's side. And I like Sriracha. Sriracha's cool. I can't think of her brother's name. I can't think of it. I don't know. I just call her Sriracha shit. But I don't think no unless Steve opens up, but I don't but Noi is so immature. Even the going back to putting stuff on social media. She keeps going to social media talking about their marriage, and Steve has said that he doesn't like that. That's not what he does. If you have something with me, tell me. Because she put a post, I can't remember what the post was, but it was something childish. And he called her, like, hey, is this about me? And she said, no, it's not about you. And I think her brother or his brother said, maybe it's not. I think it was her brother said that it's not about you. This is just something she does all the time. This is how she just expresses herself or whatever. And Steve was like, no, it feels like it's kind of about me. That she wasn't happy or she deserves happiness and she's not getting it or something like that. It was really high schoolish. I think Noah is very immature and very irritating. And I don't think they're going to make it. Even if he does open up, I think that is going to just drive him away. It's her childish antics. The next couple is Jasmina and Michael. Jasmina and Michael, they were adorable this episode, except I feel like this relationship is dead in the water. I feel like there is no marriage here. I feel like this is going to be a really good friendship. I think Jasmina has just friended the hell out of Michael, and he can't get out of it. Uh, they're talking about Jasmina doesn't know how to drive, so Michael's going to teach her how to drive. And it was cute watching them interact and be playful together, and watching her laugh and smile, and him, nervous with her driving stuff like that. It's cute watching them together. They're like they're an adorable couple to look at because they're both goofy, they're both kind of silly, and they both have a weird sense of humor. But I just think that she has gotten to the point where she views him as a friend, and that's it. And he has no idea how to get away from that. And he's stuck, and he's so nervous. Even now, when you see them together, you're thinking at any moment Jasmina's going to go off. And he was talking to his sister, I think his older sister, and he was telling her, he's on eggshells. He doesn't know what to do. Like, there's no romance in their relationship at all because he doesn't know what to do. She doesn't give him any hints. He doesn't feel comfortable with anything because he feels like at any moment she could flip out. Even us watching feel like at any moment that means could go off about something. So he's always got to be careful about what he does, what he says, and there's no way to be with somebody. And Jasmina was talking to her stepmother, and she was like, there's no romance. She doesn't feel anything romantically about him. He doesn't give her any butterflies, no tingles, nothing. He hasn't tried anything. He doesn't do anything. And this can't go on like this. And it's basically he's not doing anything because he doesn't know what's going to set her off. And that is his number one concern. What is going to set you off? What is going to piss you off? And there's no way this will work out. There's no way. He doesn't have the game. He doesn't have the Mac to get out of this. And I think she really wants to be Mac down. I think she really wants somebody to smooth talk her, sweet talk her, and that's not Michael. And he told his sister that it's never been this long with anyone to get any kind of romance going. And I think for her it's the same way, but I think she is just used to long distance relationships where there's a lot of talking, and then when they do meet up, they're instantly very passionate. And this is one of those things where it's a slow build, and I think she's not comfortable with that. They're not going to make it, but they're going to be really good friends after this. What I believe is going to be a no. It's going to be a definite no from Jasmina on decision day. It's going to be a maybe a yes from Michael, but he told his sister that it's going to be no. If it doesn't get romantic, it doesn't improve, it's going to be a no. Even though he likes her, the fact that she's not really that into him, it could be a no. It's going to be a no. Our next couple is Katina and Olajuwon. I don't even want to talk about this bullshit because Katina goes to Michael and Jasmina. This is after the app thing. She goes to Michael and Jasmina's apartment. Katina tells Jasmina what the thing was about. It was about the app that she didn't know she had on her phone. She didn't have a profile. She didn't have anything. But he was flipping out and going off about it. And Michael was like, I could see, but if you didn't have a profile, you didn't have anything, he shouldn't have really done it. So Michael talks to Olajuwon, and Olajuwon don't want to hear. He don't want to hear anything. He is just completely shut up. And Olajuwon is pissing me the fuck off more than he normally is. And he pisses me off because he thinks what he's doing is okay. He thinks him going off. He was like, if that was me, if I would have had the app, I was doing something on it. So he's projecting his own issues onto her. Yes, if Olajuwon had the app, he would have been doing something. That doesn't mean somebody else is. He talks to his coach about what's going on. And they're like, his coach is just laughing like, oh, that's you. You're real passionate. You're real to her. And he thinks that it's okay. Olajuwon's entire group, his entire circle of family and friends have enabled this bullshit behavior. And they've enabled this bullshit behavior because for them, it's momentary. That's what I'm looking at. That's how I'm looking at it. For his friends and family, it's momentary. They have to put up with him for a little while, and then they can go the fuck on with the rest of their lives. That's easy. If I have to deal with an asshole at work or for a couple of hours here and there, I can do that. Katina is stuck with him for her life. She has been 24 hours with this crazy motherfucker. That behavior is good in increments. It is not good in permanent status. All the advice they're giving him or saying that, she just needs to get used to it, she needs to accept it, that only works for you because you have him for an hour here and there. She had to spend her life with him. No. Ain't no fucking way. So his coach, not his parents, his dad, his sister, his brother, his coach is like, hey, you gotta get used to it. Bye. No, that's what you get used to it because you only see him for like a little while back in the day. Now you just talk on the phone or you go to barbecue together and you see him for a couple of hours and then that's it. She doesn't have that option of getting him in small doses. Y'all need to tell him he needs to calm the fuck down, chill the fuck out, and relax. He looks high as hell all the time anyway. Why he's so strung up? And he is so insecure because he knows how he is. And he believes that everybody else is like that. He knows he's a piece of shit that ain't worth a damn. And he thinks she must also be a piece of shit that ain't worth a damn. Katina has done nothing to justify how Olajuwon treats her. Nothing at all. She's talking to her sister-in-law, and her sister-in-law is weird because she just wants to look at what he looks like, and that's what she's basing her fucking decision judgment on. And Olajuwon's coach was useless. They had no help this episode. They had no assistance. Nobody had anything good to say to Olajuwon. And you just end up feeling so bad for Katina because she said, I came from an abusive relationship, and they put her in another one. And editing is on some bullshit. They say yes on decision day. And I'm going to tell you why they say yes. Because I already knew they said yes because Katina was going to put up with this shit. And he was just like somebody, he had somebody that was going to put up with this shit. His fucking neck tattoo. I don't know if people caught it. I think a lot of people did, but in one scene, he has no tattoo on his neck. In the next scene, he does have a tattoo on his neck. And they kept flip-flopping between no tattoo and a tattoo. He has the neck tattoo on the after parties, which is filmed after the season. During the season, he doesn't have that tattoo. So when you see the scene when they're doing their confessionals or their interviews, when they're together saying that we talked out, we worked it out, they filmed that after the season was over. The one when he's apologizing, when he's saying, we talked about, when he's explaining his behavior, he has the tattoo. They did that after the season. They did that after Decision Day. Because on the clips of Decision Day, he doesn't have that tattoo on his neck. So they did that after the season. So production, I think somebody missed the ball, or he just didn't. He's wearing this kind of hoodie sweater, I guess, to cover it, but it's so fucking big that you can't miss it. So they say yes. And I saw on, I think, Reddit, someone was talking, they said the reason why they did that, have them come back and do interviews and do cutaways and confessionals, was because the production, they want Katina and Olajuwon on couples cam. But they can't do that if the whole fucking world hates Olajuwon. So they've gone back and inserted scenes to make Olajuwon look better, or him apologizing, or him doing stuff. His apologies are probably going to be him with that tattoo because they're after the season. Him doing what? Look, just look. Just pay attention. I'm just saying, pay attention. That tattoo tells all. If they really want Olajuwon to continue on couples cam, they're going to have to go back and try to address some of this shit that he does up. Because it was the first time I noticed the tattoo thing. But it might not be the first time it happened. It might not be the last time it happens. Because on After Party, you see him with that tattoo on his neck. And it's like, it goes from here all around his neck. But he doesn't have that. In the scene he's doing now, he doesn't have that. So when he pops up in a scene or doing a confessional and he has that, they did this after Decision Day. So they're trying to do some kind of character rehabilitation, image fix, whatever, and it's bullshit. Let him die on that fucking hill he done created. Fuck both of them. Well, not Katina. I like Katina. And another thing. Their apartment is fucking nasty. And it's not just on Katina. I noticed that about Katina and Olajuwon. When they come there, their apartment is fucked up. And Katina can't cook. And Olajuwon can't cook. And apparently Katina doesn't really clean that much. And Olajuwon doesn't clean that much either. So she's trying. It doesn't look good, whatever she tries to cook. But I noticed that when they open their bedroom door, and I think it's bullshit. They're not having. She told her sister they're not having sex. I think that's bullshit. I think that's complete bullshit. I think they are knocking boots. Seriously. Because their bedroom is always a disaster. They try to close their doors so you can't look in there, but the little piece you see, that bedroom is fucked up. That's it for them. Next couple, Mark and Lindsay. Here's the thing. Mark might be a bad person. He actually might be. He might be a terrible human being. But Lindsay is so fucked up and so bad that it completely overshadows everything about Mark. They went grocery shopping, and Mark is a child. He's a child after my own heart. Almost. Because I am not big on vegetables, but I do eat fruits. And I do eat vegetables. I do cook them and eat them. Mark says he doesn't eat them and he's never eaten them. He eats pizza, goldfish, and chicken nuggets. And bacon. Everything Lindsay proposed to eat that was not junk food, Mark didn't eat it. He didn't want to eat it. I'm like, how the hell were you working in any kind of a fitness industry if all you eat is junk food? You don't eat any vegetables and no fruits. That man said he don't eat any vegetables and no fruits. How are you even alive? No wonder you sweat all the time. No wonder you gotta. You know what? Now it makes sense. Lindsay said all he does is break the damn toilet. Yeah, shit. Yeah, if he eats just a bunch of greasy ass fast food and no fiber and no fucking protein, that's shit. He just busting damn toilets, man. Now I get her saying that he just clogs the toilet up every night. No wonder his eyes are bugging out. He's sweating so much. It's like his physical condition starts to make a little bit more sense. I gotta eat healthy. Holy shit. Uh, what else happened? They had a budget for $140 for groceries because Mark's not working. And this is some bullshit on Lindsay's part. Because Lindsay's giving Mark shit for not working. But then he said that he wanted to get a job. She was the one that told him, don't. Just spend time getting to know me. And now that he's not working, it's been like a day or two, a few days since then. She's upset that he's not working. Well, you the one told him don't go get a job immediately. Just stay home, learn you, study you, figure out how you work and all this other shit. So Lindsay's full of shit on that part. And Mark is like, no, I got to get a job. So he's not looking for a job. He's looking for work. He's actively looking for work. So he's not like Steve at all. Steve don't want to go to work. Mark like, I have to go to work. Just away from milking Lindsay, if anything else. Uh, and Lindsay does not listen to Mark at all. She doesn't seem like she doesn't even care. Oh, they went over budget by 60%. So about, I don't know, $200 out of a 140. Listen to me. If I got $100 to spend on food, I'm gonna spend $100 on food, if that much. So how the fuck they go over is crazy. That's basically she just didn't care. Mark stressed over how much money they were spending. Lindsay didn't give a fuck. She just wanted to get whatever she wanted to get. That's what it looked like to me. But then afterwards, she blamed Mark for going over it. And she went off on Mark on the little apartment cam thing because apparently he messed up three of her pieces of clothes by washing them in the laundry. And she said, oh, that was $250. And Mark said, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to mess it up. Didn't mean to ruin it. He apologized. Like, I'm sorry. Like, there's nothing else I can do except apologize. And I'll get you new one. I'll pay for it later. She's going off. She's just screaming and yelling about he's this, he's that. And then she said, well, he doesn't take accountability. I'm like, apparently he did. Or else you don't know what that word means. He took accountability because he apologized. He said, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I'll take care of it. I'll pay for it later. That's accountability. I don't know what she thinks accountability is, but that's what it is. She keeps saying Mark doesn't own up to what he does, but all I've seen him do is own up to what he does. She's the one that doesn't own up to anything that she does. They're having problems, and Mark's like, yeah, we are having problems. But she keeps saying, like, no, you're not listening. You're like, no, you're not listening to him. You think he's the problem, and he's telling you you're the fucking problem. She ignores him, doesn't care what he says, talks over him, won't let him talk, and is always just doing it. So she does so much. And I think Mark is done. He is just done. He wants a job so he can move the fuck out and get away from her. And she is just irritating. She is not going to find anybody that's going to be cool with it. I hope she watches this season and realizes her behavior. And she's a fucking drunk. She arranges a photo shoot. This pissed me off to no end. She arranges a photo shoot for her and the cats and Mark. She gets visibly intoxicated, drunk, and wants to argue and fuss and bitch at Mark. And Mark is just not, he's not here for it, right? And this is one of them times when he was like, listen, I ain't got time for this shit. Because he hasn't done anything. And She gets pissed because she's like falling all over him. He's like, don't touch me right now. Get your hands off me. He has the right to do that. It's his body. It's his presence. He can say, don't touch me if he wants to say, don't touch me. Wife or not. She gets pissed. She leaves. Mark says, fuck you. Fuck you. He gets the cats together. The cats are in shark costumes for some reason. He gets dressed. The photographer comes. And you're looking at Mark, this grown-ass man sitting here taking photos with these cats. And he looks happy as hell. He tells her, like, she's not here, the wife's not here. I don't know if she left, she got upset, but we're going to do this anyway. Even though Lindsay planned, he was like, fuck it, she wants to leave. We're doing this. And he looks so happy with him and his cats. Taking pictures. Lindsay comes back from God knows where. She is soaking wet. She's mumbling, stumbling, still drunk. She's wearing a nightgown. I don't shit. Where does she find these fucking clothes? She's wearing a nightgown. I don't know if she just wears bras that don't fit or she just don't wear bras. Her titties ain't got it like that. They need support. They need help. The front of her chest is wet. It's like it's wet. Like she was standing in the fucking rain. She has on this fucking jacket. I'm sorry for cursing a lot. I can't describe the shit show she looked. She looked a goddamn mess. The back of her dress is just soaking wet. She's just hunched over, just slurring and stumbling and just like, it's like, oh my God. She always dresses like a fucking fashion disaster, but this was like the worst. She's in this nightgown, this like coat. She's soaking wet. She's oh my God. It's like, what? And Mark is looking at her like, this is my goddamn wife. And she is still trying to argue. And Mark is like, the producers tell the photographer, give him a minute. It was like, I'm laughing, but it was just sad. And like, what? It was so confusing. The producer was like, hold up now. Shit. Let them get this together. Because Lindsay there's no way she's going to take any photos looking like this. And they need to talk. And Lindsay is just irritated. She's mad about her own behavior, but instead of saying it's my behavior, she puts it off on Mark again. It was so ridiculous. She starts this childish ass game with Mark. Now, Lindsay arranged for the photographs. Mark asked Lindsay, are you going to come take pictures with the cats and us? And Lindsay's like, well, do you want me to take pictures with you? Mark like, are you going to come take pictures with us? Do you want me to come take pictures? See, at that point, I would have been like, fuck you, fuck this. Mark kind of, I think, just walked off. You set this shit up. I'm doing what you wanted to do. Now I'm asking you, are you going to actually do what you arranged to do? And you playing this childish ass back and forth bullshit? Fuck no. Mark a better man than me. I told the photographer, we good, you can go. I took that shit out of them fucking cats. I'd have fucking left right then. This was your shit. I'm doing this for you because you wanted me to support you. And now you sit there playing like I arranged this shit. That's not taking accountability. This was your shit. You started the problem. You left. I kept going with your project. And now you come back acting like this is my shit? Mark walked off. Then you told the photographer, let me get dressed, put something on. Because there was no way she was going to wear that shit. There's no way. She put on something that didn't match what everybody else was wearing. It was like orange and white. Everybody else had on blue. And they took photos. And I was like, oh my God, this is a disaster. This is just a disaster. There's no way they're gonna say yes. If they even make it. If Mark gets a job before decision day, he's fucking out of there. He is. And Lindsay can complain a bitch, and it sounds like Mark is sick of having sex with her. He was like, all you want to do is have sex. He's like, I'm tired. Like, he doesn't like her. He doesn't want to. But if he doesn't have sex with her, she's gonna bitch and moan and complain and try to emasculate him. My heart goes out to Mark, and Mark might be a terrible guy, but there's no way to tell. It's like Chris and Alyssa. Chris might have been a dick, but Alyssa was so bad it completely overshadowed anything he may have been. So that's it. The only couple that's going to say yes, in my opinion, is the couple that shouldn't. Katina and Olajuwon. But hey, those are my thoughts. What are yours? Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you feel different, let me know in the comments below. If you feel the same, let me know. If I'm missing something, because I am not fully into this, just it's a struggle to watch. So if I miss something, let me know. And I'll get back with y'all next episode, man. Peace.